Hey guys, it's Chris, the Natural Progressive. Sorry if it's a little loud here. That just kind of happens. So, I've been thinking a lot about my channel and the direction I want it to go in, and I figured I needed to put together some sort of a manifesto. So I did that. It will probably evolve because as I get new information, sometimes my opinions, my thoughts will evolve. I really hope others are that way because none of us are all-knowing, period. I mean, that's just too much to expect. But from what I've gathered so far, this is the direction that I am going in. So my Ecocentric Manifesto includes the following points. I'm encouraging the following things and the importance of these things. Number one, ending wars. Wars over oil are one of the top contributors to pollution around the world, and the majority of that comes from the US. So that is one of the number one things that I would like to stress the importance of. Next is decreasing our dependence on energy, period. Just decreasing our dependence on energy, not fossil energy, not any type of energy, not on gas, not even electric, because all of those are connected. A lot of our electrical energy comes from natural resource fired plants. Building anything new will require that. So yeah, so just decreasing our dependence on energy, period. End of story. Voluntarily depopulating the planet through educational programs, through free birth control, free and available birth control, and even programs to voluntarily be sterilized if you so wish and you don't want to be pumped up on hormones. Mind you, this is all voluntary, but just making it accessible for anyone who would like to do that. It's a very important point, because first thing I always get is someone saying, well, why don't you be the first to volunteer to die? And that's not my point. That's not my point. I'm sorry. I am a compassionate human. Anyone who is here on the earth, I would hate to see them die in a painful, horrible way. But any children you bring onto this planet are going to die in a painful, horrible way. That's just a matter of time. So, yeah, don't put words in my mouth. Next is live locally on resources local as possible. The first thing we can do is stop all transport of goods and services from overseas. Just the fuel involved in transporting goods and goods from overseas is a huge contributor. It's one of the largest contributors to pollution, and we just need to learn to live on the resources we have available to us here, preferably within our own community, but at least within our own country. And this includes diversifying agriculture to make it more available. And yes, even though it's not an entire solution, do start growing organic food on top of rooftops, on where lawns are, instead of having worthless lawns, old parking lots, anything like that. I am all 100% for those kind of mitigating, I don't know, practices that might help, extend a little bit of our biosphere. Definitely not building more, not developing more, pushing for more economic growth on a finite planet is definitely not going to help. And yeah, so no more imports, no more exports, live locally as much as possible. And the very final last, and this is the thing that requires a lot of discussion, a lot of exploration, is exploring the possible unintended consequences of proposed solutions. And that includes solar, that includes wind, that includes hydro. We need to make sure that we're not contributing to the problem while we're trying to solve the problem. There's a lot of mining that has to be done to even produce solar panels. And these kind of things need to be considered. There's a lot of cement, there's a lot of fuel that's required when you're dealing with wind to transport the parts and to build the bases and things like that. These are the solutions that I would like to discuss and make sure we're not going to just jump on board to something that's going to help a corporation and not necessarily help the problem. So anyway, I really just wanted to get this out there, so maybe you know a little bit more about my channel and my goals.